good, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good day so far. The markets did okay today. This is our brand new stock market show called The Closing Beat. Thanks for all your help on that. We're hoping to fine-tune and tweak along the way. Got a lot of interesting things we want to add. What do you think about the ticker at the bottom? Does it look a little smoother to you? It should look pretty good there. So we will continue assuming everything is okay. Look, not a bad day for the markets. Continues to be that only a few of the stocks are helping the markets. Now that could change, right? There's a couple things that are starting to show up on the horizon here. So we'll take a look and of course dig into that for you. If you're one of our customers tonight at 8 o'clock, we're doing our live Wine and Wealth class. That will start at 8 o'clock. And we're going to kind of geek out on the S&P 500. If you've always wondered what it is, how it works, the intricate little details of it, well, we're going to talk about that tonight. So hope you can join us. The link should already be in your email. And if not, let me know, of course. But that link will also serve as a recording if you want to watch that later and you can't make it live. No problem whatsoever. So here we go. Let's dig into the charts here a little bit. I will try not to screw this up today. Oh, yeah, he's getting better. So on the charts here, you see the Dow. So the Dow continues to push higher today, but here's the deal. The Dow was higher by 57, S&P added 11. Remember, that doesn't work, right? We talked about the correlation between the Dow and the S&P 500. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq closed higher by 49. We'll talk about that in a minute. But so the Dow being up only 57 with the S&P adding 11, what happened to the Dow? Why didn't it also participate? Well, if you dig a little bit deeper, you find United Healthcare, one of the weaker stocks in the group. They reported earnings. Investors did not respond favorably. IBM in the middle of potentially a lawsuit, and they're just a horrible underperformer anyways. So that was down by 1.33% today. And then you had, well, what happened? Goldman Sachs actually recovered there by the end of the day. That was one of the ones holding you back as well. Goldman Sachs being a huge underperformer in the Dow, but actually that one did recover. So the bulk of the holding of the Dow back today comes with UNH, IBM, and then Chevron as well. Chevron lower with more earnings, with the price of oil. So very interesting there. Now, that'll lead us over to the financials. The financials are sneaking back into the mix, right? This could be the moment that they're starting to participate. Remember, the stock market's been moving higher because of tech. Really, most of the tech stocks and the big popular ones that we know. The rest of the sectors have really been all over the place, and we know we need the banks to move higher in order to get the markets to put any kind of decent rally together. And so lately we've been seeing that. The selling pressure has stopped, and if you look at the charts here, slowly it seems like people are willing to buy up some of this now discounted sector. We could also go over to healthcare. So healthcare slowly getting bought up as well. See it on the charts there, just a slow, sneaky sort of little rally there where they almost don't want you to see that they're going for these discounted sectors. We've talked about consumer staples before, how that's just ever so slightly coming off the lows in such a way where it doesn't attract too much attention. That's another sector that if we could get all of these to start working together, awesome, right? It could produce a decent rally, but so far we're not there yet, so let's not get too excited. I'll point out emerging markets as well. They sold off. They're down about 8% on the year, slowly pushing more and more. Remember, we talked about it during this downturn right here. When a slow and consistent downtrend starts to accelerate, that's usually when you found close to a bottom there. And in this case, that's proven to be true. So emerging markets also sort of turning around there as well. All of that working together certainly could help the markets here in the long run. We will keep you posted. Of course, we have no reason not to. So let's go over to Netflix. Remember yesterday when we were doing our live class here, Netflix reported earnings. The stock fell down to $350. We talked about why it would stop right at $350. And now we're not picking stocks. I'm not giving advice or anything. But we talked about what other traders look at. And we drew the line here to kind of indicate that that's the area where it would stop going lower. And today the technical traders woke up, the day traders woke up and went nuts on Netflix. This was a day trading opportunity that people look for there. So a great trade there on Netflix. It only closed down 5% on the day. Bottom line is they missed their subscriber count. We talked about it yesterday. The street was looking for like where was it? They were looking for like 5.1 million and Netflix put up like 4.7. So a decent miss. And analysts from Bank of America, interestingly, said Netflix doesn't miss twice. So he's betting on the next earnings release and the subscriber count being better than expected. He said there's no time in history where they've missed it, and he didn't think that would be the case going forward. Kind of an interesting concept there. I like stats like that. Back to the financials. Goldman Sachs, we already talked about it, did come back through the end of the day. Goldman Sachs reported earnings. They crushed it. Earnings per share, $5.98. Everybody was expecting $4.66 on average. Goldman Sachs themselves said that this is the best first half of a year that they've had in 9 years. So not too bad. They're pretty positive on their thing there. Investors a little concerned, though. Lloyd Blankfein, the CEO, is going to be stepping down. They got a new guy taking over. He's not new. He's been there. He was the president. But he's taken over. So the question is now, how's he going to do things? How's the company going to do? Anytime there's a little concern at the top, investors tend to wait off the sidelines a little bit. And that's the case there. So Amazon, what did it do today? 1.2% on the day. It hit new highs. Amazon Prime Day getting back underway. They had a little technical glitch yesterday. We won't pick on them because we know what it's like to have technical glitches. So they got it resolved rather quickly. Prime Day is going to continue till 3 a.m. on Wednesday. Amazon came out and said it's been the best, what did they say? The best sales so far for their Prime Day. So they are looking forward to records. And a couple analysts, I don't know if they're analyst firms or if it's just a couple companies that track progress there. They said also the Prime Day holiday is going to be a record. So good for them, right? Not too bad. That's definitely one of the ones helping the markets, and we'll take it. So Microsoft also hit new highs today. They got a deal going on with Walmart. Walmart basically partnered up with them. They're going to pay Microsoft for their cloud and artificial intelligence products. They're trying to make it easier, more attractive for you to shop online with Walmart. And so that's part of the deal they got going on there. That's, of course, a good deal for Microsoft. That was about all that I heard out of them. Okay, IBM. IBM's, I don't know if they're officially suing anybody, but they're accusing Groupon of using some of their patented technology without their permission. Not cool. Bitcoin, oh boy. There we go. Bitcoin up 10% on the day. This is day 2, right? So a nice little bounce off the lows. Look, if this were a stock or this were some futures market, well, this is the futures you're looking at, but if this were something more fluid and liquid, that'd be kind of interesting. If you're like a chart reader, you see that sort of happen there. That's kind of interesting that it does creep off the lows and then bam, 10% in one day. That would grab my attention. I have no other comments on Bitcoin, so I'll leave it at that. All right. CSX is reporting here after the big beat on CSX. Actually, so the railroad company doing really well. Very, very good beat there for them on earnings. Google says they got their cloud service fixed. Their cloud service went down about an hour ago. Nobody would have ever even talked about this if it wasn't for what happened to Amazon. This stuff happens all the time. It's not a big deal. Google says that Spotify, Snapchat, the Drudge Report, those were some of the big names affected. It's fixed. Problem solved, right? No big deal. Everybody's cool. So that's that. Looking forward to seeing you tonight. Come grab a glass of wine with me. Hang out if you're one of our customers. If not, give us a shot. Go over to jazzwealth.com. Check out what we do. We want to be the financial advisor for those people that can't go to the financial advisors, the people that you can't walk into JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs doesn't want to talk to you. We want to work with you. We want to take a group of people from here to retirement, call it a day. That's all it is. So we'll wrap it up. Enjoy it. Let me know how that scroller thing looks at the bottom. I think it looks pretty sweet. It looks pretty clean to me, but we'll see if we can freshen it up a little bit more. Also, more changes coming. Enjoy, guys. We'll talk to you tonight if we see you.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before